7 seconds. Okay, Celestial Rising, Divine Denewing, and Grand Knights of the beautiful deity watching this video. It's a divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another message. You feel what I'm saying? So understand. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to scream, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to yell, but we're back with another message. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I really wanted to get that out because, for one, I am tired, but it's okay though because I haven't been to sleep. It's 4:13 a.m. But, you know, we've been in that laboratory just getting right to it. And the thing is, I don't want to talk our ear off with this video, but it's going to be pretty, it ain't going to be too long because we're just going to get right into it. But understand, when it comes down to this TikTok ban and when it comes down to the Rednote app, understand that all they are doing is they're getting your mindset to shift and follow another programming that you're going to be enslaved into. So it's just like many people, for one, a lot of people are getting hurt by this, and this is why I got many screenshots right here too. So TikTok plans to shut down immediately in the US on Sunday when the ban takes effect. Now understand, if this does happen, because the thing is too, since I've been on TikTok for as long as I've been on it, since I was in college and all that, I've been hearing since 2020 about TikTok will be this, it's gonna be banned, it'll be banned. Like every single year I heard something about a ban, and I've just been ignoring it because it's just like that has no effect on me either way it goes, because I make money from the app. But if the app gets banned, I don't make money from it. But the thing is though, that's exactly why you have to be an entrepreneur, meaning that your source of income cannot be the main following of your social media account as it's accounted towards your account as far as funding your lifestyle. That cannot be your main source of funding. It should never have been that way anyway. So people getting upset or getting mad and crying or pouring out their feelings on the internet, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't feel bad for you, but the thing is I don't feel bad for you because you should have known that this day was going to happen eventually. Eventually they were going to hint at the fact that this app is going to get banned. But see, it's a whole other thing as well though, when people are shifting into a app that's funded by a Chinese mindset. So that's why app won't even work if it's already installed. So even if you haven't installed, the thing is too, I'm just providing information. I don't even believe majority of this stuff because I had to believe it to see it. So on Sunday, if TikTok is not on my phone, like if I click on TikTok and I can't get into it, so be it. I guess this video didn't prove my point. But if it's still on the marketplace, I can still click on it. It is what it is. I mean, we still gonna be posting videos. Nothing's gonna change either way it goes. Users will be directed to a website providing details about the ban. And I say it won't affect me, at least, because regardless of me getting paid, you know, we're not doing this shit for money, because even when they took my views from me on TikTok, I was still posting every single day, or at least almost every single day. Now, I wasn't sitting here missing days, but y'all know me, I'm very consistent when it comes down to videos, because you have 12 and 12 hours in your day. You can't at least dedicate 1 hour, 15, 5, 10, 20 minutes of your time of what you want to be articulate about when it comes down to what you want to post, what you want to be consistent in. I just feel like if you take your life serious, you would do way more things outside social media, because this just proves that this shift is just people following a hive mind. They have no mind of their own because they're so used to doing things that's trending. Because for one, a lot of people are lonely. So it's just like, think about the portal or the black hole of TikTok. All those billions of people who are on that app of all ethnicities, when they understand that this source is gone, they have to resort to YouTube. So think about those billions of people are going to shift over to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, not TikTok, but Twitter, and then whatever else is out there as an app. But the thing is though too, they're doing that for a reason. Senator Ed Markey has proposed extending the TikTok U.S. ban deadline by 270 days. TikTok has its platforms, but a TikTok ban would impose consequences on millions of Americans who depend on the app for connections and their economic livelihood. We cannot allow that to happen. You see what I'm saying? So, and the thing is, I just found this stuff out too. So, like these two screenshots, and I was just like, wait a minute. So you telling me it's gonna get banned, but then I see this shit, and now you telling me it's gonna be proposed, you know, extending 270 days. It's just like, that just lets me know that y'all have no idea what you're talking about, nor any indication of what you want to do with the app. Because I seen too, Mr. Beast was talking about buying it for like 50 mil, I think. I could be wrong about that number, but he mentioned something about buying it. And then when I understood that, we got to understand as well, if you're talking about buying an app, well, of course, through investors and all that, but or stocks, But think about how much money you have as a YouTuber buying an app to save people's livelihood. So it's just like these people right here just playing in our faces. On top of that too, people with a lot of money, they feel as if they're going to be put on that pedestal depending on if Mr. Beast does end up buying the app. You know, either way it goes, this is only for people who actually care about social media and what's going on. Because realistically, I'm only showing you this Gematria numerical cheat sheet to let you know the shift that's happening. Because I look at these things as messages. I don't really care about the physical illusions that's going on, because social media is cool and all that. Yeah, we get on the app, but outside social media, bro, you gotta live, my nigga. Like, we don't live for virtual approvals when we are approved in the reality of our own illusion. Like, what the fuck? Like, niggas sitting here getting upset or crying or getting in their feelings, feeling down on themselves because the app is about to go bye-bye, per se. And it's just like, even if it does, do you not have a life of your own? But see, that's kind of ironic coming down to, it's kind of, when you think about it, most people who say, do you have a life outside of social media? It's like, yeah. But then when you ask them, what's your life outside of social media? They be like, it's boring. I don't do anything. I just go to work, take care of my kids or take care of myself, and then I come home, I cook, I clean, I put my kids to bed, and I watch my show or just scroll on social media all day. That's your life? Well, yeah, it seems fine to me. I mean, I'm comfortable, I'm getting paid, and I can take care of my family. That's the average American's lifestyle. So when these people, and things, that's why I got this screenshot right here. This is how they view, some of them view us over there on the other side of the waters. It took Americans wanting to ruin that app. Or it's called, so this is that's a Chinese articulation for their app, but it's called Rednote. I'll call it Rednote or Little Red Book, whatever the hell. But this is how they feel about us. So think about that. People feel as if they can just come over and, like, they're calling us refugees. That's just kind of crazy. Like, they're giving us names as far as what we're supposed to be doing and how we're doing it. It's like we're migrating to a different app, still doing the exact same thing. Nothing will change. So all the Chinese over there, all that they'll be doing is just viewing how ignorant we are. And on top of that too, we're gonna get manipulated by their mindset, and then vice versa. So yeah, we can connect, and yeah, we can share different ideas and see different lifestyles and different viewpoints, but people don't understand that, for one, we are following trendsetters. Niggas not seeing the bigger picture of what the fuck is happening with new world orders when it comes down to light bearers. And I don't believe in a new world order anyways, but what's about to happen this year is beyond what people are actually thinking about or imagining, because people are just seeing this as, you know, the wildfires happen, that's cool, and then all this other stuff just trickling down from there forward. It's just like, this stuff that's happening is aligning, it's aligning to help you understand what you are living in and why you are living in it. Because I'm just going to explain it through the Gematria. Ain't no point in you saying it when the Gematria code right there. It's going to explain itself, basically. A Ponzi scheme, that's exactly why I got a Gematria, because me explaining all this is like, let the cheat sheet do it for you, my bro. Don't work too hard. A Ponzi scheme, but work hard enough. A Ponzi scheme is a trick where someone promises to make you a lot of money quickly, but instead of doing real work to make that money, they take new people's money to pay the old investors. It works until they run out of new people, then it falls apart, and most people lose their money. It's a bad scam, named after a man, Charles Ponzi, who did it a long time ago. That's gonna make sense in the future. So, and then right here we got this article. This is gonna also be for the future as well when it comes down to, this is all gonna make sense in the Gematria teaching. But the 7 alignments, so you understand too, the 7 planes of existences are going to be aligned in the sky and beyond that as well. But so it's going to use discernment, by the way, in February. So an illusion. And think about this, and I forgot what Roman god this is, but think about that. All the months from January to December are Roman gods. They're deities and they're spirits. So each spirit, each month has its own personality, its own identity that we are going to follow. So whatever happens in February, get prepared right now. Don't wait till February to get ready for warfare. You should be strapped up and ready to fight the goddamn dragon right now, or else you're just going to fall apart and just disintegrate and reincarnate right back into a same incarnation of what you are not aware of, and that is your higher self. The 7 planets joining the simulation of our solar system will be visible all at once in the night sky. Discernment, for one, if you look up at the sky, there's a CGI programming screening for your mindset to believe that you are not seeing the sky, but realistically you're seeing your thoughts in disguise. as they get arranged in an extraordinary pattern called a great planetary alignment. And the thing is, too, outside of our ice walls, if you have Earth, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, I said Earth already, my fault. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, all that. So if you get all these different planets lined up, niggas actually think that the planets look like this. For one, stop. Two, stop again. Because for one, this is the ocean, by the way. On top of that, you have never seen what our simulation looks like. Somebody's gonna, and the thing is, to somebody who's new here, Google will say otherwise. Idiot. First of all, I'm projecting. I do apologize. For one, not a space agency would not give you the real indication or the real visual of what you are seeing above the simulation of the moon's base. Because for one, this that we think we're standing on is a projection of what we're actually laying in. But what we're laying in is not actually told in the truth of what we decide to lie about. Because what we lie about is what we lie in every single day. Or in a more celebratory expression of Planet Parade, eager astronomers will have their telescopes ready around the evening of February 28th when Saturn, Mercury, so think about that too, Satan. So the consciousness of Satan, as that activates, it's going to, so basically by this being, so if below the heavenly realms of our firmament or our mother's womb, the lower you go into celestial consciousness, by Saturn being the ruler of projectors or visions, this illusionary Saturnalian adversary is going to send projections to Mercurians, Venusians, Jupiterians, or Jupiterians, Martians, Uranians, and Neptunians, who all begin to show up in the sky. So, for one, if you see less than 0.35% of your life, how the fuck can you see these firmaments? And the thing is too, outside of our ice walls, these are not actually planets. Like, they are actually lands of terrestrial planes of existences. So these are actually lands of terrestrial lands that have firmaments on top of them that have the exact same story that we have with our simulation. Yeah, Earth. Yeah, this right here. So on these different lands, they also have their interpretation of their own firmament and their own information, their own God, their own gravity, their own laws, their own school systems, their own governments, their own media. Like, they understand who we are too, but they're on a higher dimension observing us. So we can't observe them on social media, but they can observe us. That's exactly why many of them will descend down through social media to watch you and troll you, act like they're agents and shit like that, because they're showing up in the universal highway that you look through when you're scrolling on your phone. All you're doing is just scrolling on a highway of your mind. And then when you turn the phone off, your mind was overstimulated by what it was overstimulating into, actually watching itself into, because as you're on social media, you're watching other egos talk about either themselves or something else. Either way it goes, everybody is projecting, because why? People are looking for attention. Projecting for myself again, once again, because you're doing this for some reasons. There's an intention behind social media. So what will these terrestrial lands project in our disguise? What will these lands on February 28th project in our skies? This will all make sense in Gematria. Just hold on, I got you. What happens during the planetary alignment? Let's go ahead and skim through that. So, although exciting aren't the rarest of celestial spectacles, several planets in our solar system align at some point every year, causing them to temporarily show up in the sky together and become visible from Earth. That's cap. You have never seen these other experiments. These planets are all extraterrestrial lanes of holographic surfaces that can't be articulated. And on top of that, you and I, we can't even sail a boat outside of our ice walls without getting crucified. On top of that, how long it'll take you to even get to these lands, it doesn't take you how they, you know how they say on like Science or Google, how many years it'll take you to get, you don't even know how many. For one, you can open up a portal and just be there already anyway. Actually, you're already there anyways. So if you would just wake up and just be like, oh shit, I'm on yeah, because what is Mars? Martians would never say, yeah, this is Mars. They would never call it that. We call it that. Uranians would never say, yeah, this is Uranus, welcome. They would never say that. We say that. Is this Uranus? Earthlings call this Uranus? We don't call it that. Oh, who did? Our government? Go figure. angels. Like, come on, man. We're the only ones that sit here and believe programmings that come from man-made constructs. These other deities don't believe in the stupid shit that we believe on Earth. That's exactly why they observe our mindset underground. Oh yeah, and thank y'all for the 10 likes on the last video with They Clone Tyrone. So part 2 will be coming up as far as Gematria teaching for that Netflix special as well. All right, and for a planetary alignment to occur, 3 or more planets must gather closer to the same side of the sun. When this happens to 2 planets, it's casually or it's usually considered a conjunction. And the thing is too, though, the same side of the sun. What side is the sun on? And the thing is too, who or what is the sun when you are the son of God? If you want to call God the son of God, because what sun are we talking about when there is no sun? And someone's gonna be like, "This nigga's delusional." There's a sun up there. I see it every single day. How? I just told you. You see less than 0.35% of your life. So how the fuck are you seeing the sun up there? How? And you can sit here and tell me 10 hours of accurate information on how you can see the sun. When you are done at that 10 hours, I'm going to tell you, congratulations for describing an illusion that you believe to be real. Here's a cookie. You wasted your fucking time. Now, so if you want to go look at that on your own time, by all means, let's get into it. All right, and the thing is too, I just did it simple. TikTok ban and Rednote. Let me get my laptop ready. Let's get to it. All right. So telepathic humanoids, and the thing is too, I put that because, and the thing is too, I'm either right or wrong. I have no idea what I'm talking about. And this is for my psychology class, excuse me, by the way. Excuse me again. Excuse me. You feel what I'm saying? Excuse me again. So I do apologize, my bad. Aqua. And I'm fasting. But anyways, so every message that I put is, my intuition was just telling me to put it. So it's not like, if somebody asks, well, how do you get all these synchronicities? It's literally like they taught to you. Like the messages that are meant for you will reveal themselves to you, but you have to be able to take Gematria serious. It's like Gematria is like a wife. You had to literally nurture her mind. You had to be able to talk to her and cater to her and ask her what you want to learn from her and him as well. It's both duality. You had to actually be open-minded to hearing and listening to what Gematria is telling you. I put this because, for one, these humanoids, these deities, for one, if you go on Rednote right now, if you go on this app or any other app, these motherfucking deities, they look just like you and I keep telling y'all. They wear our skin suits. They look just like us. They talk just like us. They blink like us. They drink water like us. They pee like us and shit like us and have sex and procreate, all of that. Cool. They are going to, since they're able to now observe your data, your mindset, your life, your family, where you work, what you're going through, they're going to transfer their artificial mindset. They're going to maneuver it through the spiritual gateway or the highway, the cosmos, behind the black mirror of social media, because social media is a spirit. Basically, virality is the demonic force that drives the hive mind into wanting to do shit for content or views. That's exactly why motherfuckers will sit there and do backflips off a goddamn building and then think to not actually commit suicide. But then when niggas land the backflip, 5,500 million views. That's all they wanted. Now they're getting paid and they'll do it again. So as people are coming from America to Rednote and China, these Chinese people are going to see, they're going to start sending more artificial signals because they're already years ahead of what we are following. USA is following China. So basically China is the big brother and big sister of USA and Russia and Canada, all of that. So we're trying to play catch up with a country that's already eons ahead of our own consciousness. And the thing is too, they still unconscious as well. Drake, gay rapper, actor, and the thing is too, I intuitively put that because with what's going on as far as him, LeBron, Kendrick Lamar, I have that Gematria script as well. I posted it on Instagram if you also follow me on there as well. If you don't, Divine Messenger 777. But I put that because he is also going to be getting exposed for, hiding his sexuality. And the thing is too, it doesn't matter, but it matters because many people don't understand that his character is meant to rap only for the women, not for men. Well, actually for men as well, but what men is he rapping for? Because you gotta understand too that he was also trafficked into the industry. So that's exactly why he would also traffic beings in the industry as well, because he's also playing an actor, because Drake is not actually Drake. Because Aubrey would never actually be Drake till he turns into his alter ego, which is called Drake. But for his catalog to overpass the Beatles and all of that, what did you do to become a rapper and an actor? Had you started as an actor and a rapper, what did you do to become Drake? What rituals were you committing to be who you are today as a billionaire? The infinite hive mind. Self-explanatory, no matter what. These two apps right here, and social media in general, social media just proves that people cannot live life without social media. And the thing is too, before Instagram even became Instagram, I remember even first seeing it as like that little TV screen or whatever. And it was crazy because like we were able to balance it. We can always go outside and we always post on Instagram, but we weren't posting like food or body pictures. We was just posting life. And then next thing you know, they upped the frequency on our ass, and now here we are. We're in the infinite hive mind. If Rednote was to have a ban, motherfuckers would say, what are we going to next? Everybody follow. So if Twitter went down, where we going next? Instagram goes down, where we going next? Because niggas is bored, literally. Like, people have nothing to do. People need entertainment when they are not suffering from work or their kids or their marriage or their relationship or their trauma or their life in general. Fake deaths on the news. And the thing is, too, many of these deaths will be happening on the news consistently and continuously for this year, this month. It will be celebrities who you know, your family, your friends, could be even you. So always stay ready. Always stay prepared for what's to come, because you cannot stop the inevitable. But there's going to be more of this happening with people that you and I know. Don't feed into it, because all they're doing is trying to magnetize your energy to sustain their pyramid scheme. Don't feed into it. Certain opening up a portal, literally. So for all this stuff to happen, you gotta understand these deities been knew that. That's exactly why, basically, this is exactly why Gematria exists. Because you understand that as these portals are opening, who do you think is traveling through them and coming into them? Why are portals being opened? Because for me, if I'm going to open up a portal as a deity, it's only two things. I'm going to find or explore some life, or I'm going to bring some life back to my terrestrial land or my realm that I live in. That's the only way. Other than that, why is a portal being open? What are you summoning? What are you summoning that is not already here right now? So these deities are going into portals. They're observing our reality in timelines that we can't even fucking fathom. So what enlightenment are they in? To lift the veils of our eyes. Because who actually owns your soul if it's not you? Because why are you selling it or monetizing it? Because you can't sell what doesn't belong to you. So who does it belong to? Who owns souls? Because clearly, the infinite hive mind got your bitch. TikTok, Ben had your hoe. OnlyFans, Ben had your hoe. Twitter, she Ben had your nigga. She Ben had your bitch. No cap. Twitter, Ben had your woman busting pussy wide open. Then you got your side nigga commenting on her shit. Hey, I'll pay $50 to jack out to your shit. Next thing you know, we got OnlyFans models running permanent and shit in a planetary prison. Because most people on social media, they had a spirit of deception. That's exactly why this shit needs to get banned. I ain't gonna lie, in general, this shit, we don't even need social media to begin with anyways. Like, it's cool, it's fun, but all that information every single day, we don't need that shit at all whatsoever. Because it's like a 50-50 thing for me. It's like, we don't need it, but it's nice to have. I'll say like, it's nice to have. But if it's gone, like depleted forever, so be it. I mean, life still has to continue on, right? You still have to go take care of yourself, your mind, your health, your spirit. Like, I mean, do you not care about that? But see, how can you when your spirit's under deception? The great New World Order reset. And the thing is, too, I feel as if that the reset happens to be when it comes down to the year that's going to be happening, or the cycle that's going to be happening for next year. But either way it goes, though, once that year completion is up for this year, just know. I didn't mean to put this shit, but oh yeah, that's why I put it this way. But yeah, ignore that one. I'm going to delete that before I put the screenshot up. But yeah, so they're going to reset different programmings. But either way it goes, though, the show still goes on. It still continues. So it's just like, for example, let's say you make 9 seasons of a show. And then people are like, man, this could be the end. Like, oh man, I can't watch my show no more. But then next year happens, and then you do a reboot of a better show with that show, or you just do a season 10. Next thing you know, you got more information that's happening that's causing chaos. I understand how all this shit happens in synchronicities too, because Chicago is a city of chaos. Because think about what goes on in Chicago. It's like, and the thing is, what's crazy, I put that because when I got on Twitter today to get some information for this video, I happened to see police officers. They were in a Chicago suburb or hood, whatever the hell. But what is a hood? Hood of a car? Where's a hood? What's a neighborhood? A neighborhood's a hood? Anyways, the police pulled up on these random people. I don't know, they was teenagers, kids, adults. They put up on them, started shooting at them. Like, they walked up on them and started shooting at them. And they was having a shootout and running in the street. I was just like, bro, y'all are like walking up on people and shooting at them. Like, y'all going to war with citizens now. I'm talking about the police officer pulled up in like some SUV, all black. He seen them drive by. He missed them. They got out. It was him and somebody else in the car or the truck. Niggas was running, shooting back at the police. They was shooting at them at nighttime. And somebody had their phone just recording, just standing the whole entire time. And the thing is too, we don't even hear about what goes on. The thing is too, in high school, I did have somebody who was from here. It was my 11th grade year. Yeah, he went to, it was like Christmas break. He went to Chicago for like Christmas. And then before we came back, he ended up getting killed in the snow. That shit was kind of crazy. Like, he actually ended up getting shot and then came back to school. It was crazy. But like, it's literally what happens because people have so much pent up energy, suppressed thoughts that they can't let go, that they put the pain into hurting somebody else because they don't know how to say I love you to themselves. They don't know how to say you've been forgiven. They don't know how to say you've been healed already. They don't know how to say like it's okay, you're good, like you can let that go. That's how deep. Basically, this is a city of trauma. But it's just chaotic because it's just enhanced to our carbon. Reincarnation amnesia. And the thing is too, many people don't understand that. For one, what you're going through right now, this is exactly why people don't understand about social media, because they're just not hearing about this shit. But before you reincarnate, you already knew that this shit was going to happen. That's exactly why Gematria exists, because the Almighty was telling you, I'm going to let you know that every single day there's going to be something happening, but here's a cheat sheet to help you stay aligned with what's going to come, basically. Satanic fraternity. Make sure my dog ain't barking and shit. But satanic fraternity. So these fraternities practice Satanism. And the thing is too, Satanism is, I would say, the grandchild or the child of Luciferianism. Luciferianism is like the grandfather and grandmother of all religions and practices. That's exactly why I will never say, it's like somebody asks me, are you spiritual? Are you religious? Are you atheist? I am that I am. That's why I don't say I'm spiritual. I don't say I'm satanic. I don't say I'm atheist. I don't say I'm Christian. I don't say I'm Muslim. I don't say I'm Islamic. I don't say none of that shit, because why? I am that I am. Detached from titles. But I put that because too, I feel like together USA and China are collaborating as far as money goes. Because now, if people are losing money from TikTok, or people are getting discouraged from what's going on with TikTok, think about how much currency they're accumulating as far as our thoughts and panic and our fear. Once again, the light bearers prevail. And these secret societies are exposed. Because guess who wins? Every single fucking time. And it's like our people who look just like you and I, they can't see through this deception. That's how deep the spell casting gets. It gets so deep. People think that this shit's just happening just cause. It's, you know, I gotta be careful. You know, after getting strike, I'm really conscious of my thoughts now. I'm pretty sure you probably like, damn, you know, you really thinking like, yeah, I gotta think of what I say now, because yeah, it's crazy. So basically, these light bearers prevail because the one goal, main mission is to get you to reincarnate into having amnesia again. They cannot have you reaching those higher realms again. Because if you know who you are and you know where you're going, but actually fuck all that. If you know where you're going after this lifestyle, and you can articulate that and bring it back to this dimension, what does that make you? Pharaohs of Atlantis. Understand, we have ancient civilizations and nations that are running our system. These ancient Atlanteans who call themselves pharaohs are the ones governing your mindset and the shadows pulling the strings. But then wait a minute though. Ego, what are you talking about? Conspiracy, I would never say that. Risk your soul. So the thing is too though, many people are willing to risk their lives for a Chinese approval. That sounds so derogatory too. China's approval. Be ready for that. You will start seeing, now you're actually going to start seeing Chinese content on your For You page. And I'm talking about, you'll be seeing some videos where you're like, what the fuck? To where these deities are going to start pushing that app into your face to where your subconscious mind will have no point what to do what? Follow that high mind. Because that FOMO feeling is what keeps them permanent. Because people are now going to make you feel bad for not downloading it. Alright, members of the occult. And the thing is, so with occultism, it's honestly powerful to even have an app manifested into getting into people's phones and people downloading it and then having money coming from it and then just their lives changing from it. That's occultism. But these members are opening up portals that our sun wouldn't even be able to fucking fathom. Our sun doesn't even know that it's actually its own portal. That's how bright it is. Our sun's so bright, it doesn't know that it's actually its own portal. And it's digesting itself because it has that much light to emit outside of itself. Psychic vampirism. The thing is too, vampirism. But I like that one because I do feel as if people scrambling to, even this financial crisis that we're in too, but I feel as if people who are migrating to different apps and scrambling their mind on what to stay attached to and what to follow, you're getting your energy leashed on because you're scrambling to go on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok to keep up, but it's like you can't keep keeping up with overstimulating thoughts that don't belong to you. How to get to heaven? Turn off your phone. Once you come home from work or once you post a video, don't get on social media again. Go live your life. After you post a video, turn off the phone. Go be real. That's how I say. Don't sit here. If you're gonna be on social media, at least post your stuff because it's a business, right? So if you're running a business, by all means, post your business. I'm talking about actual shit. Don't sit here and just, if you're sitting here on social media just talking about yourself, it's like, motherfuckers don't care. How can you help somebody else be better than themselves? Post your business. To get to heaven, chomp the phone. When you're done with your shit, go be in reality. Literally, it's all pure stupidity. Social media just shows you who is actually stupid in society. And you can actually see them as your next door neighbor. Celestial alien contact. The thing is too, we're going to have celestial contact from higher deities who have been alienated from their lands because they communicate with the Almighty Creator. And the thing is too, we'll also be able to communicate with them as well, but that's going to take more years for most to fathom. So the ones who are conscious who watch my videos, I'm pretty sure you already been contacted and contacting terrestrial species who, are in your bedroom when you go to bed at night. That's exactly why, when you go into that deep sleep, you're in that for a reason, because realistically, a lot of these grays, a lot of these different descendants of our ancestry, they come into your room and experiment on your mind to create you to be open-minded. So a lot of times when you wake up feeling different or new, you feel like a new being, or you just feel like something has enhanced, there's a reason for that. That's why if you go outside your house and you look up, make sure you wave. She wants my semen. Literally, and the thing is too, I feel like somebody out here is going to say that for this year. And the thing is too, a lot of women are going to want your semen when you are on. And the thing is, this Gematria teaching is not just about TikTok as well, but just life outside spirituality. It's all just consciousness basically. But she wants my semen. The thing is too, you and I, by us being masculine men, because I'm basically, so for one, my titties getting bigger, I've been hitting these push-ups, muscles getting big and all that. So it's like, I already know that a woman that I want to be with, she's going to want my seed for sure, because it's already going to be at a heightened consciousness. But I gotta sit here and understand that, for one, I cannot just give that energy to anybody else, and neither should you, because you gotta focus on you before you actually start focusing on you and her, or you and him now, because times are different. So yeah, but either way it goes, you have to make sure that you can benefit yourself before you benefit her. And if you want to have kids, how much sacrifice are you willing to commit for images you haven't seen yet, but only in your dreams? Music is hypnotic, and the thing is too, there's going to be a shift in the music industry as well. I'm prophesizing it. There's going to be more conscious creators that are going to start getting their chance now, because, and I say that chance because we've been speaking the future this whole entire time, to the point to where people have no choice but to realize, like, oh, I'm just now catching up to what y'all were saying the whole entire time. And it's just like, for us, we've been understood what was going on, but now y'all are just now catching up, but then they're going to follow us because we're like 10 years ahead of people who are just now catching up to spirituality. So even just like this hypnotism and all this shit. So because of that, stay consistent. And I'm talking to you. Hey, hit the fucking studio. Hey, hit the fucking gym. Hey, post a goddamn video. Hey, get it. I don't think I say it. Just do it. Stop fucking making excuses, bitch. Excuse my French, by the way. That was so uncalled for. That was very, oof. Put my foot down when I said that shit. Anyways, alignment of planets. It all makes sense. Understand, this ain't happening for no reason. Powerful CIA weapon. Social media is a powerful weapon. Because if you can get mad at somebody's thoughts through a camera or through a screen, that's different. If you can cry or laugh or be happy or motivated or inspired through a screen, whose mind is really controlled? New world religion. And the thing is too, China is going to have the largest Christian based practice. I think it's going to be the largest practice in the whole world. Not knowing that Christianity is the, I'll say, yeah, no. Satanism is the son and daughter. Christianity is like the granddaughter and grandson of Luciferianism. So the new world religion is literally already going to be Luciferianism anyways, because our religion is Luciferianism. So make America great again literally means make America Luciferian again. So choose to not play. Don't play at all. Don't conform to what they're saying, what they're doing, what is going on, because all you're doing is just inviting outside energy to plague your mindset. That's exactly why they come up with this bullshit every single day, every single week. Every single day something new will be happening. And to decipher it, put it in Gematria. It ain't even that hard no more. If you want to see why they're doing this shit, put it in Gematria. They tell themselves every single time because they had to avoid their karma. That's exactly why they keep doing this shit, because we don't pay attention. The outer worlds. But am I lying now? Hold on. Alignment of planets. The outer worlds. You have not seen Neptune, Uranus, Mercury. You haven't seen them in the sky. And somebody's going to say here, may even comment, I have a telescope, the best one in the world. And I seen Saturn. I seen it with my own eyes. So divine, you're not divine. You're projecting. Because for one, all you're seeing is nothing but oh, wait a minute. You can't even see nothing because all you're seeing is yourself. So first of all, these outer worlds, what do you think is happening right now? It's a projection. So what I'm saying is, you and I, we're not on Earth right now. What I mean is, spiritually, I already know that I'm watching myself make the video. That's exactly why I'm able to be conscious of my thoughts. My ego does not know that I'm not sitting down right now, nor does it know that I'm not making a video right now. My ego thinks that it's making a video right now, but the whole entire time I am laying down, or I'm actually observing myself laying down in another land that I cannot physically comprehend, because realistically my projection is too heightened outside of these worlds that I think I'm living in. But what I'm living in can't even be articulated because I'm not living in it. I'm being observed in it. Lakers, Celtics, Bulls. Make sure you pay attention to that as well, because once again, LeBron getting exposed as well, Jason Tatum, and then Lonzo Ball with his brother getting that 13 million contract with Interscope as well, and then it's just like all this stuff is not a coincidence. So with these three teams, and the Pistons and the Rockets, pay attention to them this year on what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but just pay attention to what happens, because they're telling on themselves. Everybody's a character playing their role, literally. Financial breakthrough. I feel like we are going through that. Many people are losing their homes. They don't have insurance on stuff. People don't have a lot of shit going on. People don't know how to pay for anything. Like, people are low on their bills. People are behind on bills. People don't have a way to live. People are sitting there selling their bodies. It's like many of us are going to go through a strong breakthrough for our clothing brands, our social media content, our teachings, our jobs outside of social media. Many of us are going to actually get the breakthrough we want this year, because for one, you and I, we're so focused on our goals and our purpose that social media can't stop us. Social media stops you from being successful when you're consuming it. So what are you producing on it? Hollywood trauma. Understand too, Hollywood and the third parallel of the root chakra in California is going through a stability of grounding that they cannot stand on. Hollywood is going through a traumatic experience because their mind was already plagued beforehand by that fire element that was going to burn them for the future. So because of that, your mind is that light. So by you understanding that there's no fire happening, it's all a show, you'll know that they're building them smart cities for 2028. So they have to do it now regardless of how we feel, because these Luciferians will do whatever the fuck they want, because who are they talking to? They don't live for you and I. They don't care about us. They're going to do whatever they want when they want. Do what thou will. Why do you think Satanism says that? Do what thou will. And that to them means, okay, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And who going to stop me? Manipulated languages. And yes, the thing is too, people are now going to be learning about Chinese or learning Chinese or Mandarin, whatever the case may be. And that's also, to me, that's actually good into conscious awakening. I ain't gonna lie, I can't sit here and say that's a bad thing, but it's still a bad thing, because you're going to be learning Chinese, but yet if you learn their whole entire language and you can break it down to me, you can have a whole conversation for years on their language, by all means, kudos to you. But you're still going to be speaking to me in an unconscious language that you're not aware of spiritually, because spiritually you were never talking to me in that language. So if you told me about God in Chinese, I would still say, why are you talking to me about yourself? Who? Yeah. Anyways, so yes, this right here is a conscious awakening, when you are able to be awakened to what is happening right now, because many people are actually going to go through a shift. I do feel as if these deities are going to help us, but also, so I feel like, I say it like this: these Luciferians, these fallen angels, are big brother and big sister. I don't want to sit here and say they not the enemy, because they are the enemy. But every time I say that, I'm projecting. So it's like, that's exactly why there's no New World Order, because those are our bullies. We need a bully to understand how to stand up for ourselves. And until then, we will never be unified, because unity exists beyond the 4D unified dimension anyways. Because at the top, they collaborate. Competition only exists at the bottom of the barrel. That's exactly why, for example, excuse me, we could be playing basketball, right? 5-on-5. It's me, you, and other people on the team. Let's say you're scoring. We're going to let's say, actually, yes, 4 court. No, actually, no, we're going to 21. You got 17 points. Then let's say I don't want to pass you the ball because you got 17 points. Now it's just like, okay, why are you doing that? You're hating. Because for one, you're great. So because you're great, people are going to hate on you because you're already awakening to being greater than what you already were. So because of that, there is no New World Order, because for one, you have to be able to understand, for one, you got to step up for yourself and stay up for yourself as well. Because if you're not your own bully, then you'll get bullied by them. Because for one, they're only bullying us to be better than ourselves. So because of that, if you are getting down on yourself because you don't have 17 points, you're your own worst enemy. And you're shaking hands with the enemy. So you're envious of your own teammate. And because of that, you will not have a breakthrough. Many of you are not great teammates. We're on the same team, but you're against me. That's the problem with social media right there as well, and society as well. Wants to achieve balance. I do feel as if they want to help us get to that unified limelight. But if we can't help ourselves, then how the fuck can they help us then? On top of that too, they still are against us also because they're greedy. But spiritually though, spirits have no good or bad indication. So spiritually they have a heart. But physically they don't have a heart, because what's that heart to them when they eat it? So you gotta know your value. Because when they want to achieve that duality of good and bad, but good and bad don't even exist to them. So when you know your value, your past proves what's happening right now. When you know how valuable you are, that past that happened proves who you are today. Because who you are today never mattered yesterday. That's why you follow your dreams for today. Because they're there tomorrow. But tomorrow is right now. You can't follow your dreams when you're on social media just scrolling all fucking day or all night. Does nothing for you but waste your fucking time. Hive mind mentality, literally. And we already broke that down too. The Saturn Council, these Council of Seal, all of that. For them to get, so like the United Nations, for these entities, these programmers to get ahead of eons of our mindsets, they had to come together in unity, because for one, they exist in higher realms anyway. So people cannot fathom the Saturn Council if you're not above the ninth, or actually the fifth dimension. We don't gotta go to the ninth dimension, but above the fifth dimension, because they're not even here. Do you understand that? So what I'm saying is, these Saturnalians, they are having meetings and they're not even here right now. They're not even in person. So if you and I were to say, where are they? The niggas who are over of that projection, they will say, for one, they're not even on our lands. You would have to go through a portal to go see them. Because we speak for them. So who are you? Men in Black? We have no name. Death of humanity. No matter what, they are going to keep on depopulating. And the thing is to stay ready for that. There may be a virus. I don't know. Could be a virus though. Stay on the lookout. Don't be naive. Stay vigilant. Stay prepared. Like a roaring lion in the Bible, right? You better stay ready, my nigga. Because these deities not playing, bro. They're actually, like, this is their goal too. Their goal is money and to enslave your mindset, but the goal is to kill our consciousness and reincarnate it again so we can forget why we are here. Because why? We're in a holographic prison. But see, that's the problem though. Only a prisoner thinks that they're in a mental prison. Because for one, if somebody asks me, do you believe you're in a holographic prison? I would say no. And then they'd be like, actually, I'll say yes and no. And they'll be like, okay, so why yes and no? I would say no, for one, because I had to put myself there. And on top of that, holographically, how can a prison stand still? How can a prison stand still in a dimension with no base? I mean, what's holding the prison up? On top of that, why am I putting my infinite expansion of energy into a box? So no, but I say yes because physically I am trapped. I am trapped. Because honestly, if I wanted to fly, I'll leave my body. But what do I have to do for that? Shrooms, meditate, astral project, go to bed, lucid dream, take some tea, ashwagandha, lick a toad. Take some different herbs. I gotta do all this different shit to leave my body. But it should be natural though. My body is the prison basically. So I'm not in a prison, but I'm in a prison. Money is not love. And that's the thing too. If you don't care about, losing your account on TikTok, you wouldn't be affected by it. Or social media in general. Like, for example, you a boss, you're making so much money that if let's say you made a play on something, but you lost that investment, or you made a investment in stock, but you lost the money, and you're just like, nah, that's cool, money will come back. That's how you know you got an infinite amount of money, because you don't love it, you don't care for it. It comes and goes. It is what it is. You cannot satisfy money. That's exactly why women love it. You can't satisfy it, because it's going to do what it does. Nothing but pay for your ignorance or your illusions and enhance it. That's exactly why it's a mathematical spell. This is a spell in math, and there's somehow, some way, this correlation to what our ancestors were teaching us. How can my ancestor teach me what I'm learning right now? How did you know this 2024 years ago? What was I doing back then? You wasn't paying attention, obviously. Illuminated wisdom. Many people are going to have Luciferian knowledge, and this wisdom is going to help us be able to understand that this Ponzi scheme. That's why I put that. I read the first thing earlier with the USA it's a Ponzi scheme. So it's like they're giving you the money, but they're still taking it from you and then having somebody else get them more money as well. So it's all like a funneling of a pyramid scheme, and people are paying for it every single day, and they're in a crisis because of that. That's like why the accuracy of Gematria. The thing is too, Gematria is so accurate, it's still inaccurate, but it has some accuracy by advanced civilizations. And that's why I say ancient as well, because they're not talking to us, they're talking for you and I. Letting you know what they're doing. Like, I'm not telling you, but I'm telling you what's happening for your own benefit. So you can choose to do this or choose to do that, but either way it goes, they're going to do what they want to do regardless of who's going to stop them. I am a planet named Lucifer. And the thing is too, I put that because I was like, is there a planet called Lucifer? But then I was like, oh, wait a minute, that would just be Saturn then. That's the case. So that's confirmation right there in my eyes, to where it's a confirmation that what's about to happen from January to December is all Luciferian spell work. And don't say I told you so, because I told you so. Make reality great again. How can you make reality great again? And that's the thing too. That could also be his slogan also. Make reality great again. In Luciferian's eyes. That's exactly why a great awakening reset. We're literally going through a reset right now. And many people are not able to awaken until that reset that's happening, because they're too infatuated by what's happening in the shadows of our own government. And then two people understand that, for one, you are God, eternal in your own body. But if you're not in your body, how do you know that you're in your body? When you're observing the body, outside of your body, as you're in the body. People don't know that. So because of that, most will not awaken. And the thing is, so somebody can say, man, I done did all this spiritual shit for a year, but this shit don't be working, man. Fuck off. You're not putting in the work. Niggas think 1 year spiritual work is going to get them to advanced ascendant mastery. It's like, nigga, this takes a lifetime. Eons. I'm talking about solar journey to the point where you can't put a talent on it anymore. You had to, some people actually have to die and come back to actually reach divinity. Like, there are some beings who are not ready for divinity in this lifestyle right now. It's way too much. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Concentration camps. And I do believe as well that all of us are in them as well. Because it's like, I see suburbs, hoods, just all around, United States, just countries, all that. Concentration camps to me are what are deities focusing on in these camps. And it's like, when it comes down to where they're concentrating on. Their phones, school, their job, money, all these different things. Also, I feel like as well, Atlanta does have a lot of child murders as well. And I feel like too, I only say that because when I usually drive through the city, I can feel that energy of beings being slaughtered. And the thing is too, we don't get to see them, because unless you're hanging out in Atlanta, you wouldn't know. But a lot of kids do get slaughtered out in our city because, like once again, people are traumatized. People want money. And I think it's too, a lot of these young niggas out here will walk up on you at a gas station, at a Quick Trip, shit, Shell, Chevron, Speedway, it don't even matter. It can be at a Walmart, even in broad daylight or in the neighborhood. Motherfuckers will walk up on you, put that pole to your dome, nigga, and shoot that and spray it and take your car, throw your body out of the fucking driver's seat, and text your girl. And she may even be going for it whole entire time, your body on the ground. And with kids as well, there are a lot of times there be kids playing and chilling. There are some people who kidnap kids to take them to the black market, get some profit off of it so they can benefit their family in the hood. There's some people who are mercenaries who are driving around hoods and they're killing kids who are in the hoods, killing other kids. There are many kids who are getting assaulted and touched on by their OGs and shit. It's like, our city's fucked up. We have a cloud of, I don't know how to describe this energy, but if you live in Georgia, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the thing is too, it's not for everyone, but it's how you resonate with your own energy, because not all of Atlanta is good or bad, but it's just a black Hollywood, basically. Nothing will happen. I really don't feel as if this app will get banned. Now, TikTok gets banned, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Life still goes on. Look to Twitter for information when it comes down to that, because I feel like Twitter does have a lot of information when it comes down to what's going to happen and what's going to shift into the future. And it's kind of ironic, too, that Gematria brought that up, because I actually did look to Twitter, and I was just like, What can I find real quick before I start doom scrolling? So, found 2 screenshots, got off, posted a video. Detroit Pistons, they are eighth in the conference right now. So, but pay attention to what they got going on too. I don't know why this correlates to it, but this something may happen with this team as well. So be on the lookout this year. And then Houston Rockets, they're second in their conference. So be on the lookout. That's actually impressive though. Number 2 in the conference. That's not. I don't watch the NBA like that to the finals, but yeah, look out for the Houston Rockets because who knows? I think the Houston Rockets will win a ring. Not this year, but like, yeah. I mean, think about that. Who imagined the Nuggets to win a ring or Milwaukee? I mean, come on now, or Cleveland, or Miami. So I do feel as if that they're gonna win a ring. Ancestor worship is satanic, and the thing is, someone's like, "Well, how?" Because for one, don't have other gods before me, and it's just like, by us doing that, by us even being on social media, that actually is satanic worship because you're dedicating your time practicing, looking through illusions that you can't even follow, but you following them, overstimulated by them because you're infatuated by what you think you're seeing. So what you think you're seeing is not actually what you're seeing because you're worshiping what you can't see. So because you can't see it, you idolize it because it looks too good to be true. Don't worship things outside of yourself. I feel like if you put more than 5 hours, an hour, more than 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, to your craft, but not to Almighty Creator, that's a problem. You're worshiping an inanimate object. It's like you can do something for 10 hours, cool. But if you dedicate the rest of that time to the Almighty, by all means, you're worshiping that spirit because you're doing things for your spirit. But if you're dedicating 24 hours into worshiping like the Bible or the cross or a church or a school or your work or your family, that's idol worship. That's worshiping another God outside of yourself. Somebody be like, how does that make any sense? Exactly. That's exactly why contradictions are not common no more. They don't make any fucking sense. Losing my religion. And then people are going to understand that Luciferianism and Satanism go hand in hand with Christianity, our religion to begin with. So people are going to lose their religion and then either become satanic or atheist, Luciferian, Gnostic, or they'll go that conscious and spiritual route because they're saying about unlimited knowledge. But when you're saying unlimited knowledge, you're understanding for one, all intelligence is artificial. So what is AI when you are AI? Programming yourself as you're typing in AI, talking to it, doing this or that with it, really ask yourself, am I talking to myself or is it me talking to myself outside of me, outside of my phone talking to me? So if you are artificial intelligence, how intelligent is your subconscious mind or your database in that phone communicating with you? How smart is it talking to you as you're talking to yourself? And if you are talking to yourself, how much knowledge do you have into figuring out why they are wanting to make sure that you do not know who you are outside of these apps? Because they need people to follow a personality that they can sit still with, mold it, study it, take care of it, put emotions into it, thoughts into it, love into it. When you put love into an illusion, boy, does the illusion start tap dancing. When you start doing that, now it's like many characters on this app will move to this app. So now we're going to have a bunch of Chinese people. No offense to anybody who's in China right now watching this video. By all means, I love all colors because I don't see color. Because what is it to an illusion? Airy. Because of that, many Chinese people will start emulating our programming and vice versa. So when you see your friend talking in Chinese or acting like somebody in China, ask yourself, why are you acting like somebody else that's not you? And if they say it's because of this, or if they say it's because I follow somebody from China and we've been real close and it's so interesting talking to them, I got nothing wrong with that at all. But how much time are you putting into learning yourself? You spend so much time on the game, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, girls, the websites, basketball, football, entertainment. You spend your time on movies, snacks, shows. When do you have time for you? You can dedicate more than an hour to an app, but not to your life. When will you start doing things for you? Do you even care about yourself? And if you don't, that's cool. By all means, download the app. You ain't missing shit no way, because what are you actually missing out on? You're doing the exact same thing that you think is going to benefit you. You're consuming nothing but illusions, and you think that you're not actually watching a virtual lie that you think is your truth. So what is a truth in an artificial lie that you think is intelligent? Have a great day, God and Goddess.